Amazon FBA product research criteria is very critical when you are finding your product and especially for the first time. In this video, you are going to discover what is the product research criteria and why this is so important when it comes to selecting your first product. Watch the entire video as I'll be sharing my Amazon product research tricks and tips. If you are new to my channel, I am Sania here and I'll be sharing the best tips and tricks about Amazon FBA to help you succeed and get financial freedom. My students are having great success all over the years and I am ready to share all my experiences with you. Subscribe to my channel and get the latest updates on Amazon FBA. Also, do comment and let me know if you are also struggling in finding a profitable product. You can also find a link to my free step-by-step guide on how to start Amazon FBA business in the description down below. I'm also going to explain Amazon FBA product research tips for beginners. My product research criteria is eventually evaluated and improved over the last few years. So these improvements have been made possible by my own experiences and those of my mentors and students. Therefore, this gives me a huge amount of data to work on. Before you get started selecting your first product, it is important that you understand the entire process. This process has evolved over the past years of my experience. I have continually improved it to adapt to changes. This includes changes imposed by Amazon as well as changes in the market. You will begin this process by building a list of primary products. Primary products just refers to the first product of a certain product type that you find. You can find the primary products on the Amazon search bar. This way you can find more products faster. After that, you will also look for competing products. Then you can make a list of 15 to 20 products. You can also search the other primary and competitive products by looking through the keyword research tool and find at least 2 or 3 of it that I recommend. These things can get frustrated when you first start off, but it's very important that you are patient and calm yourself throughout the hunting process. Very important. Guys, my criteria for product research is up to date and invaluable in your search for profitable products. I use my 6-step crazy Amazon FBA product research technique to find a profitable Amazon FBA product. So it's really proof. You are only one profitable product away, so let's find it. First is BSR. BSR is known as the best-selling rank. It only applies to top-level categories. It is simply Amazon's way of ranking products. It is the measure of demand for the product on Amazon. The most important factor is how BSR is calculated in sales. In other words, the more sales the product makes, the better the BSR is going to be. So, BSR is displayed as a number having the most sales or demand. Each top-level category has its own BSR structure. It got different ranges for each category. BSR ranges do vary from product to product. Normally, I use BSR to determine the products that are viable in the category because each category varies in both competition and demand. So having the BSR for each category means that your selection gonna be far more accurate. So more demand categories like home and kitchen or kids category got a much wider range. So having accurate BSR range for each category is so important. Also, choosing a product nearly the top of the range, that is lower BSR number, will mean more sales, but it also means more competition. So to a certain extent, it is a trade-off, but you will get an accurate picture about the type of the product you should be choosing. Next is price range. The price is an important element of the product as it will determine both profit margin and cost of inventory. The price range that I recommend is $17 to $70. This is the sweet spot that I discovered over the past years that works really well for me and also for my students. Also, this is the price that product really sells for on Amazon. Obviously, there are advantages and disadvantages to choosing a higher product and like a higher and a low product, because a higher price might mean a higher profit margin, but it will generally cost more money for inventory. On the other side, the lower price can mean a low profit margin, but make it cheaper for your first inventory order. So guys, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is weight and size. So the product weight and size are important. Heavier and larger products will cost you more to ship to Amazon. I always recommend that your first shipment should be by air, and it will enable you to get to market as soon as possible. But keep in mind that this can be expensive with heavy, larger products. Size is difficult to give exact dimensions for, but generally the smaller the better. Amazon do have an oversize limit. You should definitely don't want to cross that. Their oversize limit is 18 inches on the longest side, 14 inches on the medium side, and 8 inches on the smaller side. So keep that in mind. For your first product, we recommend you look for products up to like maximum weight of 5 pounds. 1 year ago, I recommended my students to go for 1 pound and less. This is to ensure that their first product that could be shipped by air. But now I made a strategy on how you can ship part of inventory by air and the rest by sea. This way you can still get to the market very fast and still have the money on the shipping. Like you can save the money on the shipping. If you want me to make a video on this, then do let me know in the comment section below, as I will be sharing the more tips and tricks about this method. Okay guys, let's move to step number 4, and that is profit margin. It is closely related to the price your product sells for. Your aim should be to sell your product at the premium price on Amazon for your product type, and not the lowest. I always train my students to find the best quality products possible so that they will be able to compete with other products even at a higher price point. You won't be able to determine the exact profit margin until you contact suppliers. If you want to know how to negotiate with Alibaba suppliers, then do watch my video here. I will also put the link in the description down below. I also provided an email template in that video so that you can see, you can impress your suppliers. So do check out my video after this video so you can watch that and learn from it. So at the initial stage, you can only estimate the profit margin, and that should be from 25 to 40%. Profit margin does affect when it comes to weight. It is a very important aspect to consider. Always remember, the heavier and larger the product, the more shipping cost it will be. Therefore, if you do find a product near like the 5 pound mark, then make sure that your profit margin does not get eaten by the cost of shipping. Remember that. Okay, now let's move to step number 5, that is reviews. Amazon product reviews are built naturally over time. In general, product with a high number of reviews will be harder to compete against than those with lower numbers. Obviously, we all know about it. The number of reviews of the primary and competing products are important. It gives you an idea of how easy or hard it might be to compete with other products in the market. Reviews really come into their own when you narrow down your list of hot products. Really. Like, I really assure you for that. So it is something you do need to watch when building your list of products. I consider 1 to 100 reviews as low competition, and 100 to 500 as medium competition, and 500 to 1000 as a high competition. Then obviously anything above 1001 is considered ultra high competition. These are the general rule of thumb that I and my students use. Guys, always remember, we do not have to be the #1 product to build a successful business. Most important is that we look at reviews across all the primary and competing products. You don't have to look at just one of them. If all have like 1000 reviews, then you don't have to consider that product and remove it from your list. If one or two got 1000 reviews, then we might consider that. So for example, the primary keyword got 1100 and the others got 120 or 250, then it is a viable product to look at because only one of them got 1000 reviews. If the primary keyword is 550 and the others got 400 and 300, then it is a viable also, as none of them got 1000 reviews. However, if the primary keyword got 1250 and the others got like 1100 or 1000, then it is not a viable product. As you can see, all of three got 1000 reviews. So always think about the review thing and consider this rule of thumb that I set for my students and for me, as this works really well for me over the past years. So kindly do follow that. Guys, this is my Amazon product research criteria for USA and any other marketplace, as they are proven to work for me and many of my students who are crushing it on Amazon. However, you can choose to go outside the criteria if you want. Surely you can, but I strongly recommend that you stick to it, to all the criteria, especially when you're just starting out, as it's your first product, and ignoring the criteria could mean you end up with a product that has too much competition and not enough sales or a low profit margin. That is why it is very critical to follow this criteria. Guys, do join my Facebook community where all like-minded people like you and me are helping each other. So join the free Facebook group right now. I put the link in the description below. If you guys want to keep watching me and my videos, I have handpicked this video for you to watch right here. I'll see you guys there.